I truly believe that there is power in being vulnerable and telling people when you need help and when you want help. That is not shameful. So yeah, I shared that I can't carry a child. Yeah, I shared I have bipolar. Fuck off. That's what and I really want to be an advocate for women, and that's why I share. That's why I like to be honest, just because everybody's going through something.
Yep.
I don't have it all put together. I'm not whatever. I'm me, and that's all I can be. So do not ever let anyone tell you that you are not a good person, that you are kind.
It was supposed to be an ordinary Monday evening. The air in Studio City was still, and Sandra Levin was settling in for a quiet night at home. But as darkness fell, tranquility shattered, and in a matter of moments, Selena Gomez's mother-in-law found herself living through every homeowner's nightmare, hiding in terror while unknown intruders ransacked her sanctuary. The details of what happened that night are chilling, and the incident has sent shockwaves not only through the family of global superstar Selena Gomez and her husband, acclaimed music producer Benny Blanco, but also throughout the close-knit Studio City community. What unfolded inside that home is a harrowing tale of fear, survival, and the unsettling reality of celebrity life in Los Angeles. Sandra Levin had spent the day as she often does, taking care of household tasks, perhaps catching up with friends or watching her favorite television shows. The house, nestled in one of LA's quieter neighborhoods, felt like a safe haven, removed from the relentless pace and scrutiny of Hollywood life. But at approximately 9:30 p.m., that sense of security was shattered. According to police reports, 2 individuals dressed in dark clothing approached the property. Security footage, later reviewed by investigators, showed them moving stealthily under the covered darkness, their faces obscured and their intentions clear. They circled the building, searching for a point of entry. It didn't take long. With a sudden crash, they smashed through a glass door on the side of the house. The sound was unmistakable. Glass splintering, the echo ricocheting through the quiet halls of the home. Levin, startled by the commotion, immediately recognized the danger. Panic surged, but she kept her wits about her. Instinctively, Sandra raced upstairs. She knew the layout of her home intimately, a fact that may have saved her. She darted into a bedroom, then into the adjoining bathroom. Heart pounding, she locked the door, barricaded herself inside with whatever she could grab. Towels, a laundry basket, a chair. As she dialed 911, her hands shook. She spoke in whispers, relaying her address and the terrifying reality that intruders were inside her home. Every second felt like an eternity as she waited for help to arrive. It was while hiding here, crouched and breathless, that she heard footsteps on the stairs. The floorboards creaked. The intruders, emboldened perhaps by the apparent emptiness of the house, made their way upstairs. Sandra could hear them opening the bedroom door. Just a thin wall now separated her from the unknown. She held her breath, praying the locked bathroom would go unnoticed, or at least prove too much trouble for burglars in their hurry. The muffled sounds of rummaging, drawers opening and closing, and the occasional clatter of valuables punctuated the silence. Within minutes, though it must have felt like hours to Sandra, police sirens pierced the night. The intruders, possibly alerted by the approaching authorities, fled the scene before officers could apprehend them. When police entered the home, they found Sandra shaken but physically unharmed, still barricaded in the bathroom. The burglars, however, had already made off with an as-yet undisclosed amount of valuables. Jewelry, personal effects, perhaps sentimental items that can never be replaced. They were gone in the space of a few panicked minutes. Detectives immediately began their investigation. Forensics teams dusted for fingerprints and analyzed the broken glass for potential evidence. Security cameras in the area were reviewed, though the suspects' faces were obscured by masks and hoods. News of the break-in spread quickly. Selena Gomez, no stranger to the public eye, was reportedly devastated by the incident. Those close to the family say she was on the phone with her mother-in-law within moments of hearing the news, her concern palpable. Benny Blanco, too, was shaken. For a family accustomed to the spotlight, the incident was a sobering reminder that fame brings not only admiration but also unwanted attention, and sometimes danger. A source close to the couple shared, "Selena and Benny are grateful that Sandra is safe, But this has really rattled them. The idea that someone could invade your home, your safe space, is terrifying. They're taking steps to increase security for their entire family. The couple, who have always valued their privacy, are now considering further measures to protect their loved ones. More than ever, the incident has underscored the vulnerability that even the most successful and well-guarded celebrities can face. Unfortunately, Sandra Levin's ordeal is not an isolated incident. In recent years, a string of high-profile burglaries has plagued Los Angeles' most affluent neighborhoods. Thieves, emboldened by the promise of high-value targets, have targeted the homes of actors, musicians, and athletes. In many cases, these criminals are organized, using social media and public schedules to determine when homes might be unoccupied. Law enforcement agencies have warned of follow-home robberies, in which criminals track celebrities or wealthy individuals from public events to their residences. In other cases, burglars simply take advantage of the city's sprawling neighborhoods and variable police response times. For celebrities, the threat is real and persistent. Many invest heavily in state-of-the-art security systems, motion sensors, surveillance cameras, even private patrols. But as this incident shows, even the best precautions can be circumvented. In the wake of the break-in, neighbors in Studio City have rallied around Sandra Levin and her family. Some have offered to install extra lighting or increase neighborhood watch patrols. Others have reached out simply to share word of comfort and solidarity. "It's scary to think this could happen to anyone," one neighbor said. "Sandra is such a kind person. We're all shaken, but we're looking out for each other." Community leaders are also working with local law enforcement to increase patrols in the area and provide residents with resources for strengthening home security. The hope is that a more vigilant and united community can deter future incidents. For Sandra Levin, the trauma of that night will likely linger long after the broken glass is replaced and the police reports are filed. Experts say the psychological impact of a home invasion can be profound, leaving victims feeling anxious, vulnerable, and even unsafe in their own homes. Dr. Lisa Martinez, a trauma counselor based in Los Angeles, explains, "A home is more than just a shelter. It's a place where we feel safe and at peace. When that's violated, it shakes us to our core. It's important for victims to seek support and take the time they need to heal." Friends say Sandra's tried to move forward, but the memory of hiding in terror in her own home is not easily forgotten. She has thanked the police and her neighbors for their swift response and support, but the experience has changed her. As the investigation continues, the incident has prompted many in Los Angeles and beyond to reconsider their own security measures. From installing reinforced doors and windows to rethinking daily routines, residents are taking steps to protect themselves and their families. For Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco, the incident is a stark reminder of the risks that come with fame and the importance of vigilance. They have vowed to do everything possible to ensure the safety of their loved ones and are urging others to do the same.